in the United States, and especially here in Hillsborough County, we have an expectation for very high speeds. And I don't mean just posted speed limits, actual speed limits. My business partner at Pedal Power Promoters, before she joined our firm, she was the author of a speed study in Hillsborough County. And we found, I can give you the exact details on this, and we can probably get you the link to the study still, but we have a high injury network. This is where it doesn't matter what mode you're using, walking, biking, driving, we just have a lot of crashes, serious crashes, fatalities on this set of roadways. And so the speed study reflected that were we to build that road again today, the posted speed limit, not even the actual driver experience, the posted speed limits would be 25 miles an hour lower than what we have posted out there.
That's a lot.
On Hillsborough Avenue, Dale Mabry, others throughout the community. So we have become accustomed as people who live here in this community to these really what other people in other parts of the world consider crazy high speeds.
Yeah.
So as a human, our neurology is such that we lose our peripheral vision the faster we go. We start to have more tunnel vision. So whenever you read about a crash or someone being injured or worse, and someone says, well, they came out of nowhere, what that really means is the speed is such that my vision, my human vision, I'm not able to see in the periphery because I'm going too fast.
Greg Slater at Thea talked about how he is trying to get people who drive on the Summit Expressway off these exits into pedestrian areas like downtown, Beta Bay, et cetera, and how that mindset has to shift within the infrastructure.
Yeah.
You know, when you're driving on a highway, you're not looking out for bikes. You're not looking out for people.
All the friction is removed for you by design, as it should be on a highway. But then you descend the highway into the urban fabric and our neighborhoods. The problem is we kept some of the design, and I'm so glad Greg said that. He's amazing. I call it detoxing speed. Like what kind of transition in some other places they build in roundabouts, so you really have to resume the physical act of operating the vehicle. You come out of your sort of mindset of just, I don't want to call it autopilot. I don't want to imply that anybody's doing anything evil, but that's the way the human brain works.
Absolutely.
And so I do see some changes on the expressway. People forget you used to have to stop and drop a coin when getting off, like on Cleveland and in other places.
Getting on right here from Platt.
Yeah, and Platt. Yeah. So, there used to be that reconnection to the human operator of the vehicle, like I'm changing zones, I'm changing.
You remember those shirts that they would wear?
Which ones?
What do you call them? I guess toll booth operator would be the right. They would have those fun. They'd have like the crazy floral designs.
Yeah,
I don't know. As a kid,
tropical.
I just remember that. Yeah, right there, David. There used to be a toll booth. They used to be everywhere, but you're right. It was a break in the experience.
That's right. So we're looking to Greg and other leaders to help us in our community create, kind of that detox of getting off the highway now. You have to have a completely refreshed attitude and approach to the roadway. But in the roadway designs in the United States, we kept highway design and brought it right through our neighborhoods. I'm talking about wide lanes. So 12-foot lanes were made the standard when the highways were built by Eisenhower, because he liked the Autobahn and he liked the notion, he didn't like, but he feared that we would have to someday move tanks all over our country after he came back from World War II. And that's why the highway lane width is 12 feet. But if you have 12 feet going through a neighborhood, that is like sending cars as rockets right through there. And that's why it's not safe to cross to the park in your neighborhood. I would bet that lane that separates you from where the children want to play and swing, you have wide lanes.
Well, I know for sure Dale Mabry was built the way it's built with concrete and all that to move tanks.
To move tanks
Like
or
I-
possibly have to land aircraft.
Right.
Yeah.
Possibly land aircraft, really?
Yeah. I have heard that.
Wow.
So
Different mindset, though. I mean,
different mindset.
I think people have to really give grace to that era. I mean, imagine the world is at war and this entire country
Yeah.
is gearing up to defend itself. Of
Right.
course, the infrastructure would be built in that particular way.
But the
here we are,
unintended consequences that people drive
and here we
so
are
fast
so much
because
time
it
later.
feels natural to drive fast.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you look at so many of our intersections that are almost impossible to cross. So we cannot have a comfortable and safe bicycle network until we can cross these great big boulevards that have very high, fast-moving vehicles. And when we put in traffic safety measures, traffic calming it's called, like what you describe on South MacDill, that we need the everyday constituents to support that. And a lot of times people complain because it's change and they don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what needs to happen for us to really get where we need to go with transportation.
Hey guys, if you want to watch the full episode of this clip, click right here. Make sure to subscribe by clicking right here. Thank you for watching.